Hello, welcome to another edition of the Career Advice Series. My name is Jimi Tewe, your career coach, and really it's my privilege to be able to speak to you every single week. If this is your first time joining us, every week, every Monday, particularly, we're out here posting a video to enable you understand what are the principles and things you require that you need that will enable you have a successful career. I know today is a public holiday, and really and truly, I shouldn't be out here doing this, but you know what? We promise you that every Monday we're going to be here. The only Monday I will be here is when Jesus comes, alright? Just joking. But by the way, we need to continue. I said this last week, and I want to say this again. If you've not joined our YouTube channel, please, all you need to do is just, under this video, there's a YouTube channel there. Click it, join the YouTube channel. And what that does for you is that every time I post a video, you're able to get it. We've gotten phenomenal feedback from people, views, and people viewing from all over the world, talking about the benefit this has been to them. I was in the US a few weeks ago. I met up with somebody in Maryland, and she was telling me about the fact that she's been watching it from Maryland. Now, how much more if you're here in Nigeria watching this is really very valuable. All you do is you send me an email. My email is on the screen right now, me@jimitewe.org. I'm able to respond to you to let you know what to do about your common career challenges. I think people fake it to think that we don't have challenges in the workplace. We do have challenges, but how you respond is what determines whether you're going to succeed or not. All right? Last week I was speaking about transition strategies, but today I want to take a quick break because somebody reached out to me to say to me that, Jimmy, you are talking about transition strategies. I even want to have a job I can transition for. All right? And there's a recession that they say is going on in the economy right now. Government is talking about selling national assets. They say this is the second quarter when the recession is going on, and people are saying there are no jobs out there. I understand. In reality, please know what goes on in a recession. In a recession, economic activities essentially have slowed down in the nation, and what that means also is because it's facilitated by businesses that are not growing, businesses that are maybe even in some instances shutting down, and therefore that will affect jobs. But the truth about it is that for Nigeria, we need to understand the triggers, what exactly has caused this recession. The reality, and I've said this time and time again, is that we're trying to move from a mono economy that is oil-based to a diversified economy where we're talking about agriculture, IT, and several other industries. What that means is this, that even though the price of oil has dropped, right now it's below $45 per barrel, and therefore the oil and gas sector that used to form other economies, other industries in the economy, is no longer as productive as before. The truth about it is that we have a little bit of funds being pumped into other directions. Therefore, the first key in trying to get a job in the recession is to find out what sectors of the economy are actually being funded by governments. The role of government is to provide, number one is to stimulate the economy, number two is to provide the infrastructure necessary for enterprise development and growth. So what that means is that right now, funds are flowing in particular industries that are now being utilized to create new businesses and inevitably create new jobs. So what I find out is that a lot of people are saying there are no jobs. Why? They are looking in the same place. Now, please understand, certain industries are fueled by the oil and gas sector. Take the banking sector, for example. That one was largely fueled by oil and gas because a lot of the capital base, a lot of the funds running in was from government. But right now, government is trying to spend as much as they are getting by IGR, that's internally generated revenue. So a lot of things have changed. So you need to begin to think about industries that are not necessarily oil-based. Let me give you an example. I'm sure you always hear about agriculture, but I'm not talking about agri now. What about IT in information technology? The truth about it is that there's going to be a lot more reliance on IT. Why? Because businesses are thinking about how to automate, businesses are thinking about how to get more efficiency. When it comes to a computer, you can almost guarantee the results they will get, but a human being, maybe not all the time. So businesses are thinking about that, but unfortunately, we don't have the right infrastructure, we don't have all the skills in that regard. So what I like to tell people is this: maybe you want to consider reskilling yourself in the direction of where the economy is going to. So you have agriculture, you have IT, you have education. Right now, it's pretty difficult for people to fund their children schooling abroad. Why? The dollar is not even available. So something that's already started happening. Parents are withdrawing their children and their words from foreign universities and bringing them home. All right. So you have, and I'm not talking about just universities alone. I'm talking about even secondary schools and even primary schools. Therefore, what they're looking out for is quality education. They still have the same money they had before, but right now they can't buy the dollar, but they need quality education. So what if three of you came together and you're able to put that together. So not only are we talking about trying to get a job, we're talking about creating jobs also. So that's the economy that we live in. Now, beyond all of that, I'd like to say I wrote a book and it's called Get Employed. And in that book, I shared a few thoughts about the fact that beyond getting a job, beyond running the business, there are other areas people can begin to explore. For example, the social sector is growing. We heard about President Mohammed Buhari was over in the US just this last week. You saw Obama, you saw him shaking Obama, and they're making some agreements about climate change and all that. That area will get a lot of funds. So if you are passionate in that regard, there's going to be a lot of employment also in that regard. So what about maybe trying to get some certification, attending some programs, networking with people in those areas? Then the other thing I want to talk about before we go today is what I call transferable skills. I've talked about it, but people don't, when I talk to people one-on-one, I like to find out what they're doing. And I find out people don't take transferable skills seriously. Transferable skills are simply skills that can be utilized in different industries, okay? So for example, I find that a lot of people are playing with things around accountancy, things around IT, things around project management. Those are simple things that, irrespective of industry, they are all relevant. So if you are currently in a role that in terms of the economy is really not viable any longer, you might think and need to think about reskilling yourself, refocusing yourself, and directing yourself in that regard. Again, if your skill is relevant, but maybe your company is not really doing anything. Some CEOs are actually thinking about relocating, so whatever, actually scaling down the level of operations. You need to be aware of what is going on in your organization, but more importantly, you must know how to respond to it appropriately. Sit down, think about first and foremost, what do you have to offer? When people hire you, they don't hire you just with a fine face. They think about the knowledge you have, the skills you have, the attributes you have that will add value to them. So do a quick assessment of that. And if you find that you have a few deficits in some areas, go and build yourself. Remember, knowledge, skills, and the right attributes. Then when you're through with that, go and look for who needs those things and then apply yourself there. Find somebody that works in that organization. Utilize your network. You are able to apply in that regard. Again, conventional ways might not always work, but you might need to think about new ways to go about trying to get a job. So I recommend very strongly networking. Please, if you have not updated your LinkedIn page, and I know you are cringing, somebody out there is cringing right now, please update your LinkedIn page. A lot of the formal recruitment in Nigeria right now goes on through LinkedIn. We have a few foreign organizations, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, that are thinking about coming to Nigeria, and one of the first things they look at to try to find out those that are on ground that can help them is on LinkedIn. Don't just have a page on LinkedIn. Make sure your page is updated. Make sure that you possibly get recommendations, but more importantly, don't just copy your job description. Make it actionable items and also identify the results you're being able to achieve. Remember, in trying to get a job, all you're trying to do is to sell yourself, okay? So do a very good job of selling yourself. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today on this episode of the Career Advice Series. Again, remember, you can actually subscribe to my YouTube channel and please let other people know about it if it is valuable to you. And that's my desire. We do this free. Somebody said to me, Jimmy, you should be charging for these videos. You should, get people to pay for it. And hopefully, people will get to that point. But before then, let's give it for free to people so that we can help them and help them to achieve career success. Your success is my joy, and I look forward to hearing your story. Remember, you can send me an email. The email is on the screen, me@jimitewe.org. What are you facing at work that is a challenge to you? Share with me. I'm able to provide solutions to you. Till I come your way again next week, have a wonderful week. Make the most of today. Make the most of every day this week. God bless you. See you next week. Bye.